This is a place for planting, for digging, for harvesting, for relaxing. It's a place to get your hands dirty, but most of all, it's about having fun. And that's what you'll always have when you're in the garden with Doug Oster. You want a green thumb too, don't you? We are on the road today at one of my favorite places in the world. This is the Rose Garden at Renziehausen Park in McKeesport. It is the greatest collection of roses on this side of the state. And even though we're here a little bit before the blooms, we're going to learn everything there is to know about planting, taking care of these plants, making them thrive. And you might learn they're not as fussy as you think. Follow me. How did this become your cause?
I always loved roses. And like I said, when the Rose Society discovered that this garden existed, and then we decided to make it our cause. President of the Pittsburgh Rose Society.
And how long have you been doing that?
Forever, I think.
Since the beginning of time?
I think forever. I was the president, and then it wasn't for a while. I mean, somebody else had some other people, but boy, I don't know how long I've been a president now.
One of the amazing things about the garden is that it's taken care of by all volunteers, right?
Exactly.
And the volunteers are who?
The members of the Garden Club of McKeesport and some members of the Pittsburgh Rose Society.
And is it once a week you guys come and work?
Every Wednesday is work day, without fail.
Why do people do it? Why do people spend their days, and it's not easy. It's not easy work to take care of
It's not
all
easy
these roses.
work. I did for the love of the garden, because they just want to see this garden be prosperous.
Roses have a reputation of being fussy. Would you agree that they can be fussy?
They can be fussy, but they aren't. It's not that bad. Every plant is fussy. You know, you have to give them some attention.
So this is rose planting time. If I was to plant a rose bush, what would your advice be?
You have to find a good place to plant it. The roses like at least 6 hours of sun.
And then how about the ground? How do I know whether they should be planted as far as the ground is concerned,
Well,
or should I be improving it?
You should improve it, I think. We usually recommend that you dig a nice deep hole, a couple feet deep, and supplement, take out that soil, unless you have really good soil, but most of us have clay.
Or rocks.
Or rocks. And you want it to be someplace where you'll have drainage too. And put in a good mixture of, like a third of good soil, compost, and just give them a good rich soil and plant it. In the spring now, we recommend giving them a good fertilizing.
Okay, and you had an interesting, inexpensive fertilizer that you have to tell me about.
The alfalfa pellets. It's an excellent fertilizer, especially for the spring.
Now I'm using rose tone. Is that okay?
That's fantastic.
All right.
It's fantastic.
How often, if I was a rose tone user, how often should I be putting it on roses to make them thrive?
Well, we sort of been recommending about every 4 weeks or so.
Once a month?
Yeah.
Okay.
And there again, you're just scattering about a half cup around the bush.
I noticed that this time of the year, you're cutting them back. Why do we cut them back?
Because they like to be cut back.
Does it make more blooms?
Yes, you want to clear out any dead growth. You want to let it have air. Roses do best when they have some air circulation through them.
Help stop the fungal diseases, right?
Exactly,
okay.
exactly. And it gives them a new start. It gives them a fresh start. People think they're hurting their roses by cutting them back, and they're really doing a favor for them. It's very hard to describe. Everything will be blooming. Everything will be blooming. It's just beautiful. And it's something that everybody should come to and see. And of course, besides the roses, we do have a lot of perennials too.
Oh, yeah.
And there's always something blooming there.
And when it starts blooming, what do you hope that people get when they come visit it? You see them. What do they get out of it?
Well, I think they just get out of it. They just ooh and ah. I mean, they're amazed at the rose and this rose and that rose. And
what do you still get out of it?
the same thing. Every time I look at a rose, it's like I'm looking at it for the first time. I said, oh my God, look at this, you know.
For more information about growing roses and everything we talked about today, check me out online. That's also where you can find more garden stories, videos, and blog posts, and how to be part of my Seed of the Month Club. Until next week, I'm going back inside and we're going to have some fun. We'll see you then.